Hey guys, all right, so we're gonna go over a little bit of back care, and of course we're gonna use some active ways of getting us to just direct some nutrients and some blood flow into the area. Again, remember, the only way that a joint gets nutrients and blood flow is through movement. And what better way to control that movement so you get a little extra kick of strength there. So this can be used, of course, to prepare the spine, or more importantly, we can think of, or I wouldn't say more importantly, but we can use it to cool the spine off as well. So let's go over this cat camel exercise, also known as a cat cow. In all honesty, I call this a spinal articulation, so you call it whatever you want. First thing you'll want to do is just position the arms straight and the shoulders right over top of the wrists. And then you're going to bring those hips right over top of the knees. So important thing here is just to start with your spine in one position so you know the end position. And I'm going to start by rounding the spine. I curl my pelvis under and I curl my chin. I create the roundest shape I could possibly make. I'm then going to very slowly start to move the center of my spine close to my belly button down towards the floor. You'll notice my pelvis tilts forward. I can start reaching my chin up into the air, and now I'm in this nice cranked opposite position to where we were at. From there, I would just want you to pull the middle of the spine up and finish in that nice round position. Okay? Now note, we have a whole bunch of different segments in our spine, a whole bunch of vertebrae. So we want to make sure that we're focusing on each and every one of those so that we get the most out of this. So I just showed you a very global, nice, big one movement. So let's try to move one segment at a time so we can feed into all that tissue connected to each and every one of those vertebrae. So we position you the exact same way. Get you nice and round to start off. To finish that position, the butt is squeezed, the chin is tucked. And now you're going to slowly tilt the pelvis forward, just like a bowl of cereal you're pulling down on the carpet in front of you. You're going to be working through each and every one of those segments, one at a time, trying to get everything as you can out of one before moving on to the other. One segment at a time until you unfurl into the neck. And then from here, we'll move back down the other way. Chin tucking, moving through the 7 segments of the neck. Once we get that out, start moving through the upper back. You get 12 pieces to move through, and then finishing by curling that pelvis right under. So now we're looking at, can we flow and can we segment one at a time? You'd be amazed at how many repetitions can start to make a big change in how you get nutrients to the spine. And of course, down the road, just building up enough strength and capacity to do whatever the hell you want with it.
How many cat camels, like, should I be doing like 5? Should I be doing 10? Like, what is a good number to be doing? A minute worth?
You know what? Choose an amount of time that you can dedicate yourself to. So I think it's pretty simple when you're warming up. Maybe cap yourself at like 5 minutes, but more importantly, 6 to 10 reps a set, moving on to something else. As long as you're taking that good 10 seconds to move from one end to the other, and then 10 seconds to move the other way and back, well, you're going to be able to get enough focus and enough time and enough control to give it what you need. So 6 to 10 reps a set, cycle through it with the other stuff you got to do, as we don't just want to prep one thing.